Oh man, one of my favorite stories that we've covered this week comes from my man, Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith is the father to Harley Quinn Smith. Actually, yes, she is named after Harley Quinn.
Kevin Smith is a massive fan of comic books.
Why do I love Kevin Smith? He's Fat Man on Batman. Like, I love Kevin Smith. Anyway, so he has a new movie coming out starring his daughter and Lily Rose Depp, Johnny Depp's daughter, called Yoga Hosers. And recently what happened on Twitter was someone commented on his daughter's Instagram, just a photo of herself, and it was a really, really nasty comment that we're not going to read here, but just trust that it was gross and mean and it didn't need to be put there. And instead of responding with any hate or with spite, I'm going to read you an excerpt of what Kevin Smith responded, and I would really urge you to read the whole thing. He says, "What it's like to be my daughter, 17-year-old Harley Quinn Smith received this message simply for the heinous crime of posting a pic of herself on Instagram." He goes on to say, "But here's a nickel worth of free advice for folks like this troll. If you hate me or my kid this much, the better use of your time is to make your dreams come true instead of slamming others for doing the same." And he writes a little bit more, and then he ends with saying, and this is one of my favorite things I've read recently, "Don't bitch or punish the world, just create. Create something nobody's ever seen before, and there is a good chance the world will notice you. Attacking teen girls on the internet is the saddest form of masturbation that exists and requires no discernible skill or talent. You want attention? Don't make yourself mad. Make something original and fun. Because if you're not being useful in this world, you're being useless. Don't be useless. Go make stuff that makes people happy." Bam! Father of the Year. I love this story so much. I wonder if I
love it so much I'll actually go watch Yoga Hosers.
Yeah, honestly. No, you know, I love that he had an opening to really cut into this guy, you know, and I think a lot of people would have understood if he had done that. You know, he's defending his daughter, again, a 17-year-old girl who just posted a picture of herself on Instagram, but instead he took it as a teachable moment because there is absolutely a problem with internet trolls attacking teenage girls for no reason, or just women in general, or just anyone in general on the internet. And I think that he made a really good point in calling this out. Don't get bitter, you know, don't be mean, get even. And the way to get even is by, he's saying, creating something. That's what he said, is that, like,
I don't understand the whole don't get mad, get even concept.
He literally said
here. Like, why? But like, the fact that this person is mad is, it's about his own insecurities. Like, we didn't read the comment, but it's what you see on most Instagram pages of people like Lena Dunham or other people in the media where that have certain opinions and people don't agree with them, and then they go and they attack their instead of their opinions, they attack the person themselves and call them ugly and whatever. But it's usually like, remember how we were talking about manufactured outrage of like social justice warriors on the internet, like screaming from the top of their lungs, like, I'm so angry, I'm outraged.
Yeah.
This is the other side of that equation. This is the other side of that spectrum where you're like, either you're outraged on something because, like, I mean, it all goes back to oneself though. Like, either you're outraged because you think something is racist when it's not, or you're outraged because this person is more successful than you, or because she's a woman. In a lot of instances, it really is because someone is a woman, like we saw with Leslie Jones. And or you don't appreciate their skill, and then you go and you attack this person in such a vicious and malicious way. It's two sides of the coin. It's equally messed up, and they usually fight with one another because, like, someone will say you're there for censorship, and the other side will say, no, you're actually like being rude, and I'm outraged when sometimes people aren't being rude. So it's equally weird. Like, it's equally stupid, but it all goes back to their own insecurities.
Yeah, if I could just clarify what I said before, don't get mad, get even. I'm just emphasizing a remark that he said that I didn't read in the initial comment where he says, the best revenge is living insanely well. So if you want to get back at a 17-year-old girl for the grievous crime of enjoying her life, the best way to do it is to succeed in your own existence. So that's what I'm saying.
So
he's saying, don't get mad, get even, have your revenge. And your revenge should be, if you're this angry that you want to post an angry comment on this girl's photo, go out and create use that negative energy to create something so powerful, so new and original that we can't ignore you because you're doing this for attention. Especially because he tagged in the comment, which I am very happy we didn't read. This troll tagged Harley Quinn in it. Like he's wanting her to see this. He's commenting on her photo. He's not texting a friend privately, "I hate Harley Quinn."
But Grace, that's exactly what I'm saying. It still is this me, notice me, notice me. That's why people say notice me senpai and stuff like that on the internet too, but that's a very tame and nice way of doing that. Where this is a very vicious way of doing that because this person is obviously incredibly insecure. The fact that we're even talking about it is I feel like we're fanning the flames here when we lend an outlet to people, even though we're not mentioning him specifically, but we're fanning the flames of the trolls because he's I got my message across. For a brief moment in time, I wasn't insignificant. I wasn't. I got Harley to see it.
But
I got Kevin Smith to respond to me. I'm not a loser.
But see, I would argue we're not fanning the flame of this guy that commented.
We're not. But I'm saying in his mind, that's how he thinks because that is the intention. That's the goal behind why he was being so rude and so disrespectful to a 17-year-old girl who was just simply following her dreams.
Right, but what I was saying is we're not fanning the flame of this guy. We're talking about Kevin Smith's response and how we really like it and how we hope that other people can emulate this sort of response in the future when there are negative trolls. That's what I really want to highlight and celebrate here is that it can be so difficult when the climate on the internet is so negative to go high.
Look,
I really admire Kevin Smith for doing this. And you know what? It kind of called me out to an extent because I wonder how I would have responded, and I like that he is being such a good example so that fans of his or just fans of just his films or I don't know, really just people, members of the community on Instagram can look to him and be like, all right, we can do better. We can be better. Let's channel this negative energy and let's raise the bar, dude.
I think you make incredibly accurate points. I 100% agree. I agree with a lot of the things you're saying, but I don't necessarily believe that we can educate these people because Kevin Smith, he has pure intentions. He honestly is trying to be nice and showcase how to deal with trolls. And this is something that's very important. This is something that probably will be taught by parents onto their children for future generations. I know it sounds weird right now, but that's the reality.
I agree with you.
How to deal with online harassment, internet bullying. And I understand that he's trying to do this, but in my opinion, I think, and as someone who gets attacked pretty frequently on the internet, and obviously not as much as Kevin Smith, but see, that's the thing. Don't feel sorry for me. I'm fucking awesome. Those people that are out there that are writing that, they're so sad.
I literally went from feeling sorry for you to not.
No, but that was my intention. That was my intention. I know Amir's giving us the wrap-up signal, but the final thing I want to say is, I get that this is a pure thing that Kevin Smith is trying to do. I don't think it's the right thing. I think the right thing to do is just ignore it. Is just completely ignore it and understand where it's coming from. What motivates a person to write something so shitty about another person? It's not constructive criticism at that point. They're trying to upset you. So when you react to it, you're instantly legitimizing that person. You're helping them achieve their weird, insecure goals for that moment. Even if you're being smart and objective and want to put out a positive message about it. So that's why I think what you should do if you're being harassed on the internet is understand where they're coming from when they say this stuff. Realize how insecure and sad they really are, and just ignore it.
All right, guys, we want to hear from you in the comments section below. Do you think you should ignore it? Do you think you should take the high ground like Kevin Smith encourages us to do? This is Hassan Piker. I'm Grace Baldridge. Give us a positive comment in the comment section below. Don't be a troll, and we'll see you next time on Pop Murder.